every once in a while I'll come across a post on Tumblr or Facebook or Twitter, and it'll be something to the effect of, "Oh my god, I wish I could art better, but I don't know how to art better, but I want to art better, and blah, blah, blah. Life is over, everything sucks." And it just kind of bums me out. It really makes me sad when people are down on their work, because I feel like doing art, drawing, making comics, these are fun things to do. It should be enjoyable. And if you're not having fun, but you want to have fun, then there's something getting in the way, and it just makes me sad. Usually, if it's a friend saying those things, I'll write him a message or call him and say, "Shut the fuck up and just fucking do it. Just get off your ass and do a thing. Make a thing. Don't worry if it's perfect. Just make a thing." And usually that'll snap them out of it. But you know, this is the thing you can say to your friends. If you don't know the person who is being sad and emo about things, maybe yelling at them and saying, "Shut the fuck up and fucking do it," perhaps from a stranger, is not the best way to approach things. So instead, I decided to compile a foolproof list of things that you can do to art better, to draw better. Actually, this might work for a lot of things. Maybe not dancing. I don't know if these tips will be good for dancing, but if you are an artist, following my list, my patent pending list, you will art better at the end of, well, I mean, these are ongoing things. So it's an easy list to remember. There are 3 things in this list. Also, because I can't count, so I wanted to keep it a very short list. But I will explain these steps as I go along, and you know, all that stuff. All right, so let us begin, because people like fucking lists. So step 1, draw every day. Normally when friends come up to me and say things like, "Oh, I want to draw better, I want to do this better, or I want to, you know, I want to paint better, I want to draw better, I want to make comics better," first thing I always ask is, are you doing it every day? And if the answer is no, well then I'll just smack them in the face and punch them in the gut and say, "Why are you fucking complaining? If you're not doing it every day, you're not practicing enough to give yourself the muscle memory to improve. You're shortchanging yourself. You really need to do whatever it is you want to be better at every day. If you want to climb better, you got to climb every day. Well, you can't really climb every day. You need some rest in between, but you can do other things, like you can work out your core when you're not climbing. If you want to be a better musician, you play your scales every fucking day. You know, if you want to be a pro, that's what you got to do. If you want to write every day. If you want to draw every day. Now, it's easy to say that, and you know, if you're a self-starter, if it's easy for you to motivate yourself, then you can just, you know, hop to it. You just jump into it, and it's no problem. But if you need a little bit more structure, you can give yourself sort of like mini challenges or a project. So let's say you enjoy drawing robots. So to get yourself to draw every day, draw 365 robots, a robot a day for a year. This will get you in the practice of drawing a thing every day, and if you keep a record of them, it'll be awesome, because at the end of a year, you'll have 365 robots, which you can put into a nice little sketchbook and take with you to conventions and try to print and stuff like that. So maybe you like making monsters, so you have to create 365 monsters, or break it down however you want to do it. You could do like 100 monsters, and then you could go on to like 100 robots, and then maybe 100 of a thing is your thing. But whatever it is, you know, if you need a theme to help motivate you, a friend of mine does something called the Daily Clops, where he draws on a little 3x5 index card a new interpretation of Cyclops from the X-Men. So it could be, you know, it could be fan art, it could be original art, but whatever it is, make sure it's something regular that you do every day. And it could be anything from like a little quick sketch to like a fully finished piece, but make sure it's something every day. You know, if you're on the toilet, you're taking a long shit, instead of playing on your iPhone, why don't you pull up like a drawing app on your iPhone or iPad and do that instead of killing angry killing the pigs because they stole your eggs and shit. So yeah, every day. Draw every single day. And if you're not drawing every day, don't fucking complain because you're not doing it right. So you need to do whatever it is, drawing every day. And then if you still suck, then I will entertain complaints of suckage. But I mean, you'll be too busy drawing to complain. All right, so step number 1, draw every day. Step number 2, draw things that you fucking hate to draw. This is tough. This is really tough because you don't want to do it. These are things that you are terrible at drawing. I hate drawing backgrounds. I hate doing backgrounds. I don't like doing cars. I like drawing robots, which is just, you know, a car with arms and a head and a sword. But I don't enjoy drawing cars. So I should draw more cars. I don't. But I do a lot of backgrounds in my comic. Now that I've made the transition to color, I've been doing more background work with the color, so I can, you know, paint in backgrounds, which is, it's good practice, and I really need to work at it, perspective and all that kind of stuff. But yes, draw shit that you don't like to do. It's easy to draw things that you like to do. Those are the fun things. Those are usually the things you don't need to work on. If there are weaknesses in your artwork, if there are weaknesses in your technique, it is not generally the stuff that you like to draw. Like if you like drawing cute little monsters, you don't have to worry about drawing little monsters. You know, maybe that could be your warm-up sketch. And then you fill a sketchbook full of shit that you hate drawing. Like maybe you hate drawing hair. I don't like drawing hair. All my characters have hair except for a few. So I draw hair all the time, but I hate drawing hair. Trees, I also don't like drawing trees. So fill a sketchbook with shit that you don't like to do, because it'll break you out of the mold of doing things that you like to do. Because normally if you've got a thing that you're really into, you've got your patterns for it. So like if you draw cute monsters, you have your patterns for drawing your cute monsters. So drawing things that you hate helps break out of those patterns, and may give you a different way to tackle a cute monster next time you draw a cute monster. So if you really like cute monsters but you hate trees, and you spend a lot of time drawing trees to just break yourself out of the regularity of drawing monsters, and then you go back to monsters, you might find that your monsters are even more cute because you spent all that time drawing trees. So you know, it's like a P90X for your art brain. You gotta switch it up. You gotta trick your brain into doing other things. So draw shit you don't like doing. All right, so 1 was draw every day. 2 was draw shit that you hate drawing. And then step number 3, this is almost important as the other 2, but it's more of a philosophical mind thing. Don't psych yourself out by comparing your work to other people's work. And I know we're all guilty of it. I know I'm guilty of it. I go online and I see some of the shit that these people are doing in DeviantArt, and it's fucking phenomenal. And I'm like, oh my god, I fucking quit. I wish I could do what they're doing. But you gotta remember, no matter where you think you are in your arting career or your style development, there will always be somebody looking at your stuff saying, holy shit, I wish I could do what you're doing. And there will always be somebody looking down on you saying, I remember when I was at that level. I'm so glad I don't fucking do what they're doing now. So there's always going to be someone behind you and always someone in front of you. And it's really this amorphous thing, like how, you know, you can't really judge betterness in art, you know. It's not something that you can put like a metric on. You know, it's not like if you get a raise, you get more money. That's clear and cut. It's obvious. But if you art better, it's all up to your personal interpretation. Maybe your cartoony style, you know, maybe you're really good at a cartoony style, and you know you're the top of your game in cartoony style. But if a person who likes realistic work looks at your shit, it's not going to do anything for them. So betterness is always this weird sliding scale. So it doesn't do any good to compare yourself to other people, especially if they're doing work that is nothing like yours. Like I love looking at realistic stuff because or painterly realistic photorealistic things, because that's not something I can do, and it always it's a hole in my art that I wish I could fill. I just don't have time to develop that mindset, so I work on my other things. But I love looking at that stuff. So you're inevitably going to compare your work to other people's work, but try and look at it from a different angle. Instead of letting it bum you out, let it motivate you. Let it burn the fires of passion within you to strive for more. Because the person who you're looking up to, they were in a similar position as you a couple years ago, or maybe a year before ago. They were probably bummed out about their own work, and they were like, fuck, look at all the shit these other people are doing. I wish I was that good. So definitely look at other people's stuff. I mean, you don't want to create art in a vacuum, because that's just sad. But don't let other people's abilities bum you out. Don't let that be a hindrance to what you're doing. Let it instead be a motivation for you to achieve more, to do more with your stuff. So that's a little hard to get out of your head and when you're doing those kind of things. But yeah, so that is step 3. So that is my 3-step method for arting better. Draw every day. Draw shit that you don't like to draw, and don't compare your drawing. Well, don't compare yourself to other people, but don't let that bum you out. Don't let that frighten you off of doing better stuff or doing your work. So that's usually how I get over my art slumps. Hopefully, if you implement these techniques, you'll be too busy working to complain about your fucking art, and you won't bum other people out by saying, "Oh shit, my shit sucks." You'll be head down and you'll be working, and it'll be awesome because you'll be having fun and you'll be getting better, and you just won't have time to bitch about it. So try it out. If these work for you, awesome. If they don't, let me know in the comments what works for you when you're in a slump or trying to get better or trying to improve. And good luck. And so now if I see you complaining on Twitter or Tumblr or Facebook, I'll just, 3 steps. That's what you get. All right. See you later. Bye.